Actually, I said not say welcome back, but welcome to my very first, obviously, playthrough of my 2023 franchise mode episode 1. But before we get into it, if you guys do, also hit that subscribe button, make sure to ring that notification bell so you guys won't miss any gaming streams, wrestling streams, play-by-plays, sports shows. With that being said, let's jump right in. What's going on, Daniel? What up, what up, what up, what up? Okie dokie. So, open the keys. Yeah, let's see, what do they want me in terms of the keys? For 150 yards. Should be no problem. Alright, so we got the 49ers.
Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards.
Commit to winning the Super Bowl. Alrighty. Get my snack. And let's... Speaking of which, I need to check something. Franchise settings. I want to make sure. Okay. Make sure the clock is right. Now. Give me on promotion. Okay. It's going to be a minute. Alright. I think that we should be good. Let's get to it. Skip it. Yes, going to do. Well, offensive snaps. To it, shall we? All right.
Today.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 29, Hurts. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, that one hurts. Hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Hurts fumbles it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, the Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away from capturing the lead. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open... beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. But first down, Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Fielded at about the 28. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
you were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing his Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins. 36 yards. And the Eagles have cut it. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick slant to Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Well, any lane
What up, Marco?
open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's got room.
Oh, damn it.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
No.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last one got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. I intend to target. Okay.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he's brought down. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Lindsey is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
I don't think so, Arco.
Stadium knew what they were going to do right there.
What do we got here?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Pig crossers.
The offense begins another drive here. Pretty simple, Charles.
Tend
they
to
want
target.
To copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments.
Oh, come on. Watkins, you gotta hold that in. You gotta bring that in.
You spend that time on the side.
Oh, well. We're gonna run the football anyways.
And you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon
Okay,
enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Okay, Watkins.
Around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Going deep here for Watkins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball.
All right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense
accomplished I don't need that.
Mission. They force the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Fuck off.
Oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And they're going to speed things up here.
No. Okay, there we go.
They go play action with Hurts. This is Smith to the ground.
Attaboy, Smitty.
He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I guess Kellermore connection.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Hurts going to keep it again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. Lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Niners.
A bench, so I gotta go to Brown.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, here's Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll be brought down short
just
of
keep
the 15,
pushing.
but a really good move on the run.
2-minute warning.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah.
So it's Eagle football here as
See
we
what
get
we
you
got.
reset.
Let's
They
go.
come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
Okay.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Okay, so
A couple extra defensive backs
I need-
out there in the dime, and
I need
because
to
of that,
fucking-
really
okay,
not
you know
many
what?
places to
Screw
throw the
this
football,
shit.
if any.
And typically,
Let's
what
go
would you
with the
want to
ball.
do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift from 17 yards out. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for San Francisco, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season over. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Commanders.
Even though I call some BS on that, man. What are you gonna do?
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 2 of the NFL on
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his car on third down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Here's Carr to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now back to the ground game with White. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a play fake. Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the ball. Because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this. Las Vegas offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
White running to the left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Eagles call on the extra defensive. Back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Hurts in. Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Second down, here's Hurts. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipas now. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Running out of the gun with White. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From midfield, here's Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Carr now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 29, Carr. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagle 16. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throwing the out route and complete. It's White. Touchdown Raiders. Zamir White, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
day.
2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Phillies offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
The Eagles had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
This will be caught by Brown. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's First and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 4 catches, 64 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Carr going to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Throw left side complete. That's White. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Play action. Now it's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Swift going to try up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Counting down toward the midway point in corner 1. But 1st down, Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Shifts by him at the 25. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Swift trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. They will run for it with Gainwell. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Kenneth Gainwell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Carr. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Carr now to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run here with Swift. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, that's Smith. A nice catch. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 28 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. On play action, now Carr. Open man, that's Renfrow. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, 29 yards. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
99 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. On the option left, it's Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's caught here by Adams. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw his car. Gets the check down throw to White. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
Brown once more, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back. To the 2.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
White. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Watkins, 73 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. That drive started on their own 25, 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals
as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They run straight ahead here with White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40. He's taken down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, down at the 31. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here's Swift. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Swift again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll run with Swift. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. They'll try it now with Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things here with a handoff to White. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now a play fake. Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On play action, it's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Throwing on second and 3. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 77 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Last time out, remember they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Carr. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick-6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free-fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now Carr to try again after the pick-6. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll go up the middle with White. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going.
Now White lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here's Zamir White returning to the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Back to throw. Carr and Waller taking it in over the middle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Throwing again on second down. Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And his throw is incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Carr again. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. On a handoff, it's White. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carr going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing. They need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Carr. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving?
Waving the way. I was just going to say
get
that.
Out of here. Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Two times. We got three.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. On the draw, Gainwell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to... Another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On third down, Carr, and that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix. And everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. 64 yards. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Campbell making the catch. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. This is Brown going up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 30. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
To throw again on second down. Carr, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at about the 28.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. To the 43, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time. Making it work.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st down, Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run by Lindsey. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run with Lindsey. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Lindsey. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Eagles continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking. Game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day has been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius, now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And a solid job. His legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Hurts going to keep it again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone... goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Carr. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Looking to throw. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That
Last pick six. Put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first. Down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Back to throw. Carr. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Hurts going to keep it again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have... elusiveness and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands, and guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Kenneth Gainwell
From 4 yards out.
And the Eagles are pouring it on. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact same. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Lindsey. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raiders offense ready to go.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold the blocks just a little bit longer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a pass hauled in downfield and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr, man open left side is Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Throwing his car on third down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth. Again, it's Carr. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw again on second down. Carr. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10. Carr, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. 10, 5, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.